So I'd like you first just to introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you for inviting me. So I'm glad to see you. So I introduce myself shortly. So I was working at Samsung HRD Center and an online education company in Korea for 13 years. So I earned my PhD degree at Penn State University, majoring in workforce education and development, emphasizing organization development. Since 2019, I've been working at Al Akhawain University in Ifran, Morocco. So I've been serving as a reviewer of HRDR since 2021. My research topic, so I'm interested in, is the impact of technology on HRD and critical HRD.
Thank you. And I wonder if you could describe for us the reviewer's primary role and why reviewing matters so much.
Okay, so reviewing is important because it serves to guarantee the publication of research that can officially communicate in the academic community. One of the most important role as a scholar is to generate new knowledge. Generating new knowledge requires not only the scholar's own research, but also the dissemination of the research. This distribution process can be seen as the publication of research. The reviewer's primary role is as a gatekeeper and at the same time as a facilitator. The role as a gatekeeper means that for the development of the academic community, strict standards are applied to filter that can maintain a certain level. It should also serve as a facilitator at the same time. The role of facilitator is to improve the quality of manuscript through constructive feedback to maintain a higher level of academic community. Manuscripts that do not maintain a level that is acceptable to members of the academic community should be filtered through fair and strict evaluation criteria. However, for meaningful research and manuscript above a certain level, we should improve the quality of manuscript through the constructive feedback and play a role as an assistant to contribute to the academic community. Maintaining a balance and integration between these two key roles, the gatekeeper and the facilitator, can be a success factor as a reviewer. Peer review as self-purification that can keep the academic community sound and developmental. Peer review is a service that is performed without any special price. It is a difficult act to do without a thorough consciousness to make a contribution to the community. The role as a reviewer means a lot to me. First, it is a way to contribute to the academic community to which I belong. It is also a way to continue learning about topics that I'm interested in.
That's great, thank you. And a little bit about your own learnings, your own reviewing style and how much time you take to do a quality review.
Okay, so I need at least 3 more weeks. In the first week, I read the manuscript carefully, evaluate it according to the criteria, and leave a note, taking a note, and I read the manuscript again a week later, then refer to the first note to see if there is any change in the evaluation opinion. And finally, read the manuscript again a week later and organize my final comment. In other words, read 3 times in 3 weeks and write 3 evaluation opinions. I do this because I want to do my best as a reviewer to the author's effort. If you read it 3 times and think about it 3 times, I think you can prevent a lot of mistakes that you can overlook as a reviewer. The manuscript is an invaluable asset to the academic community. As a scholar, I don't want to waste my best manuscript, so I try to have a chance to think again. This means I need at least 3 weeks. So I think reading from various angles and reading several times is the best way to reduce bias as much as possible and understand the author's intention as they are.
That's very thorough. That's very good advice. Any more tips and advice for people submitting their manuscripts you'd like to give?
You mean the general advice and tip?
Yeah, so kind of mistakes or good things or bad things you see happening sometimes in manuscripts that you wish you could have told people before they submitted, perhaps.
Okay. So this is closely related to my general advice my general advice to maintain fairness and expertise and constructive usefulness. The first, the fairness must maintain the same evaluation criteria for all manuscripts. So as a matter of fact, reviewers are human. So they may have their own likes and dislikes, and their bias exists. It is necessary to recognize like and dislike and to reflect objectively on what bias there are. Through this reflection, bias as a reviewer can be reduced. So in addition, scientific evaluation criteria that can be shared with members of the academic community should be available and shared. Second, as a reviewer, we should clarify our expertise and field. There is no expert who knows all field well, so without strict screening by expert, journals are more likely to publish a manuscript with serious mistakes and errors. So this is not only a personal problem for reviewers, but can also be a loss for academic journal and academic community. And lastly, the reviewer should provide the constructive feedback to both writers and editors. In order for an editor to make a decision, there must be a reliable reviewer's evaluation and feedback. The independent and professional feedback from individual reviewer is essential for editors to make a final decision by synthesizing the opinion of multiple reviewers. So in addition, for writers, the authors, the reviewers' constructive feedback can be a good resource to improve the future research. So therefore, constructive feedback for both editors and writers are a necessary part. There are many tips for reviewers, but these 3 fairness, expertise, and constructive usefulness cannot be overemphasized.
That's very helpful. Thank you. Constructive reviewing amongst a team of reviewers.
Right.
That's very helpful. So congratulations again on your award.